Very cool. Syncing up the audio with the, what do you call it? The mic. What's good? Another uncut entry. What am I doing right now? I'm sorting out the fucking flat, the home studio. It's a bit messy in this biatch, as you can see. Rearranging. Yeah, man, just rearranging. That type of shit. Let me find a place to put this whilst something somewhere interesting. Maybe here, next to you. Huh? Should put it there. Yeah? Yeah, that's funny. Hey, don't touch it, don't touch it. Warrior. Maybe I'll stand up. All right. What did I do this week? What did I do? I had 2 shifts this week, bar shifts. I went boxing once, went to the gym 4 times, 3 times, actually, yeah. My back is a bit aching, so I think I overtrained, especially with the whole boxing shit. Yeah, was it thoracic? The thoracic part of my spine is aching, and that's just because all the rotation, and I think my technique as well. I'm not fully twisting my hips, so I'm gonna give it a couple of days to heal. I'll probably just do cardio like I did yesterday, so at least I could still stay active and do like stretches and shit. And then worked on finishing the third prototype for the Pioneers of Greatness denim jacket. I don't have it on me right now since my partner is wearing it at work, but pretty much I did all the correction that I needed that's on the second prototype. So I've made the collar slightly shorter, so chip that off. Wait, let's go a little closer. So I chipped this off, made it, because it's a little too long for my liking, like it goes down all the way to the seam of the front pocket. Yeah, not about that life. And I took out 2.5 centimeters from both sides, so it's not too wide. Sorted out the cuff slit so that now it mimics, or not mimics, it's exactly like how it is on the Levi sample. And also made the back yoke wider so that now I have the screen printing shit on it. Was that this week? I can't even fucking remember. Honestly, these weeks, I don't even know what day it is sometimes. But yeah, no, we're making like small progresses with developing the denim jacket, the POG denim jacket. And I'm quite happy with what I have with the prototype. So I'll all I need to do now is create 2 samples of those so that I can execute sort of like the whole process of making the garment. I pretty much know how to construct it the way I've updated it on the patterns. And now it's trying it on a lightweight fabric and a heavyweight fabric that is exactly like the same weight as the sample there from Levi denim, but from the on that Levi denim jacket. I want to be able to see if I can sew the heavyweight on the sewing machine, but I think we should be able to, so it should be fine. But I want to give options, so if someone wants to get, the lightweight version, so like it's more of a button-up shirt vibe in terms of weight, then cool. If they want a more heavyweight, which is the denim jacket, then they can get that. And I think the thing that would vary on it would be like the button snaps. One would be more of a metal hardware, and then the other one would be, a more pearl, subtle, lightweight, and minimalist snap button. Now I can show. So what I'm thinking is, on the lightweight one, it can have the pearl snap buttons, as you can see, and on the heavyweight, it can have the metal hardware like this. I'll probably get a brushed one because I'm not a fan of the shiny, as I mentioned on the previous uncut entries. But yeah, shit's slowly shaping up. I have a couple more pieces to adjust. So the training knit vest, I need to adjust the pattern on that slightly. And then the short sleeve tee, that's pretty much sorted, but I'll probably need to update the cuff slits on that, on the pattern. What else? And then I'll need to start pattern making the hoodie. So I'm gonna throw in a hoodie. I've had a sample for quite a bit now. Yeah, I saw it on my personal IG page that I actually made a sample back in 2023, like a zip hoodie, and that was from like a blank, a hoodie blank that I cut, added a zip, and then altered the length, so made it more cropped. Where is it? It's somewhere here, somewhere in the pile of clothes here, but I can't be asked to go and find it. But yeah, nah. And what else is there? Other things. Well, that's the PLG aside. Things are moving, slowly but surely. And I'm working on. Well, I'm planning to. I don't know if I talked about this. I can't remember. Maybe I did on the last entry. But yeah, this week I just sort of realized that cool, I might be struggling finding an office 9 to 5 job, right? And man, it's almost fucking a year, man, since I started looking. like consistent. No, consistent. How do you say it? More like actively looking for a 9 to 5 job. I started back in November last year. Had a couple of interviews, but yeah, no luck. And I always update. I always mention it on the uncut entries, so you can actually see the progression of me applying for a business development role, and then what did I apply to? Some fashion roles, intern roles, and then now I'm sort of repositioning myself. I'm like, yeah, I need to take advantage of the skill set that I've built and the experience that I've built and pivot into a high paying role. So, like a brand strategist, creative strategist, and see how that pans out. Because a bar job, man, that's not gonna fund shit, man. Especially if I want to get a better flat, if I want to save up, I want to invest more capital into Pioneers of Greatness, if I want to just do more in terms of, money, money wise. But at least right now, what I can focus on is I have an abundance of time since I'm only part time with the bar job. Honestly, I can't go full time with that, man. That shit tiring, man. I'd rather work on my business. I'd rather work on my resume and land a high paying 9 to 5 role. Even though that's just like to fund, like the only reason I'm doing it is to fund Pioneers of Greatness and to fund other expenses, Adult life is adulting, so gotta pay for bills, gotta pay for rent, all of that shit, pay for tax, pay for debt, all of that nonsense. But at least right now, I'm locking in my fitness, so that the fitness is up. As you can see, man, I'm quite lean, slowly putting on muscle, having that whole routine, moving my body more to the point where I overtrained, man. So I need to chill out. And then, my skill set is up with the whole sewing and fashion and whatnot. It's just the finances need to go up, man. And that's just that takes time, so I just need to be patient with that. And what else is there? Honestly, it gets to that point where it's just like monotonous, same shit. I'm dealing with the same shit until like one thing sort of gives way, like an opportunity, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Now we can move forward financially and whatnot. But at least I'm moving other needles with my fitness. No, like my fitness, like my skill sets when it comes to fashion, sewing, all that shit. And I'm also starting to realize that I don't know how like people do, because I see on social media there's obviously people that made a living off doing design work, freelance, blah blah blah. But then for me, I know what I want to do. I want to build pioneers of greatness. But then obviously when you build such thing, you attract people, and people would ask, "Oh, do you do this? Do you do that?" But then I've been doing freelance for a bit now. I don't have crazy client base, but I've done enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, I really just enjoy doing my own shit. unless it's like someone that I'm like, oh, I find the project interesting or whatnot. Because if not, then I'm gonna try and say no more often. And I think when you say no, that just allows for better opportunities to come through. But yeah, no, it's crazy because if you know when you know what you want to do, it's hard to do other things. And like I start to realize that when I do unmotivating work, so whether it's working a bar job or it's a client that is proposing to do something, and I'm just reading it and I'm like, yeah, I don't care if there's money in it. I don't feel motivated. Like it's not even. Is it to do with motivation? I guess it is because if I'm not all there, then you might as well go find someone else. But that's the way I think about everything. So even with finding a 9 to 5, if I'm not all there, then they're better off finding someone who is all there. Because for me, the pull towards just focusing on building pioneers of greatness and my personal brand is so strong that sometimes I lean more towards being my authentic self than the traditional being a professional within like a corporate space, working environment. That's why I've always said I've sort of made myself unemployable. Because if I do get a 9 to 5, I just won't give a shit. Like I could be doing some crazy shit. I don't know, like some cool project. Let's That's to do with, I don't know, maybe boxing, like a huge boxing event. But if it's not pioneers of greatness, it's not really. It's not all that to me. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of the battles is mental, man. At least that's what I've been noticing. A lot of it is just the mental aspect of things. Cause you, cause things can be like physically exhausting, but then when you're when the mental aspect of it is also weighing you down, then it just feels a lot harder than it should do. So like for example, for me, like working part time, sometimes even just 2 days a week, that shit feels so tiring and so long that I would even ask to leave work 1 hour early because it's not for me. But then I would get off work and then I would go straight to the gym. And then when I'm at the gym, I could work so hard in the gym as if I didn't have just a long ass shift. But yeah, I think it's to do with like being in a place where it's motivating, like it's motivating to be in a gym. It's unmotivating to be at a bar job because it's not the place where I want to be. But then again, it's also what's funding what I have going on at this very moment. So like the samples, the prototypes that I've done, that's all funded through the bar job. Nothing crazy, but it moves the needle. But yeah, man, fuck this life thing is. Oh fuck. So I just got respect for anyone, man, anyone and everyone, anyone in the hospitality industry, anyone building a business, anyone who's, going to the gym, sorting their fitness out. And then since I started boxing as well, I have so much respect for boxers because I only go like two, I try to go max 2 times a week to like the last few weeks to go boxing at my local amateur boxing club. And it's like a 2 hour session. And the shit we do there, like the circuits and stuff, the drills, man. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? Forget about this, man. I don't need to be doing this. And then for some people, this is their lifestyle. This is like every single day. And I'm like, how the fuck did they do that? That shit tiring. But yeah, it just puts everything to perspective. Everything, really, I think. This moment of this phase of my life is just, I'm like, yeah, everything's fucking hard, man. Whatever industry you're in, whatever sector, whatever point in life, shit don't get easy. You just become more adaptable to handling the shit. But then again, I'd rather be tired following my passions than be tired living a life that I don't want to live, right? Yeah. Like imagine if I was still in architecture and that's all I did. I didn't bother, take the risk, pursue my own shit. I'll probably just be daydreaming and like just be miserable. But yeah, fuck. This is it, man. Like, this is what it looks like to take a risk and you play the long game. Sometimes it's a really long game. I fucking took the risk in 2021 when 2020 actually, when I decided to quit architecture. And it's been 5 years now. 5 years, and I'm still working towards that breakthrough. Breakthrough financially, breakthrough work brand wise, breakthrough, yeah. And I need more sleep, man. Honestly, I've only been getting like 5 to 6 hours. That's probably why my fucking back is aching, because I don't get proper rest. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I had going this week. We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, that's it from me. I'm out. Peace.